After more than a year of being speculated and hyped, what was thought to be the Team Rocket set, now known as Destined Rivals, is finally here. But at more than $240 at release, is Destined Rivals actually destined for disaster? Hey, okay, yeah, stop all that. So normally I do an intro like that, right? But let me preface that I recorded this at 4:07 in the morning, which is going to make a lot of what you're about to see make sense. I'm going to give you some spoilers here by just saying that the box was cracked. I just now opened up TCG Player to just kind of get an idea of what I was looking at. This, bro, I just didn't know. And it shows, and it's exciting. I love this hobby. I love doing this stuff together. And sometimes when it's 4 in the morning and that's when you've got time to crack your booster box, this kind of stuff happens. So please enjoy. Boom. All right, well, here it is. After more than a year of being speculated on, it's finally here. And I wasn't sure how bought into it I was. You know, I was really hoping for there to be more Team Rocket in this set. I mean, you've got Mewtwo and Team Rocket there. Whoa. $240 though. That's a steep price. $240 out of the gate to try and do it. But starting off with Giovanni and Mewtwo. I grew up the original Team Rocket. If I think about my childhood, that going into the Gym Leader set, that really was my childhood. I'm so nostalgic for it. I mean, I was there for the original base set, Pokemania. I'm a 90s kid. And so getting to see these trainer cards come back is really cool. So there's our Team Rockets, Murkrow. Wow. Illustration really well centered too. Out of the gate, maybe that side a little. Anyway, that is an impressive artwork. That is such an impressive artwork. First pack. Not doing too bad. Okay. What card do I want out of this set? I'm not even trying to hide it. I want the Mewtwo. And I'm not gonna try and seem like I'm cool or like edgy and like, oh, I don't want that SIR. I want a different one. The Moltres is cool. It's definitely a throwback to what they did in the original Torchic reverse. That's neat. We got another reverse there for our last an EX, Regirock X. Okay, we're doing all right. What do you think? You think 240 is fair? Is that even a question? Is 240 fair for a set upon release? No. I mean, it's what the market's demanding, right? There's a demand for it. There's people who will pay it. Obviously, I did it here. Got a reverse there. There's our first howl, Misty's Gyarados. And I do think it's cool how they're continuing on the trainer Pokemon in this set too with Team Rocket. So if you weren't around, I mean, or if you weren't born yet, that's an option too. If you weren't born yet, way back in the day when Pokemon first came out, we got the Team Rocket set, and then that was followed by the Gym Leader set. And this is like they combined that release order into one set. Kind of funny how they followed after Journey together. And so they've been doing really well with the nostalgia, and coming with Black Bolt and White Flare is definitely appealing to me. I'm among the many people who love that generation. It had a great storyline, and that was when I was still playing the games. Not so much into the newer games. Rocket Zapdos. When did you start? I'm really interested to know when you started, because I hear on average people only spend, like, what is it, 8 to 14 months, something like that, doing collectible cards before they move on. So I'm very interested to know how long other people, maybe if you engage with this, it's a smaller group, you know, more people more interested if they're watching videos on this stuff. So maybe it's a very select group, right? We've got like the super fans of the hobby, or maybe you're someone who's just getting into it. You're doing a little research. What would I suggest when it comes to this? It's just time to be patient. Pokemon's trying to catch up. I can say, too, that GameStop throttling it down to... Ooh, that looks good. Cynthia's Garchomp EX full art. That's super sick. This is a very cool art. I like this a lot. Okay, for our hit, little Macargo. This might be a difficult art to beat for me because Cynthia's goated, Garchomp's goated. This is an awesome card. And they're getting those the full arts in this set. They look as good as some of the special illustration rares. Like, it's kind of hard to even separate them. It reminds me a bit of like the GX cards towards the end of Sun and Moon, like with the tag teams. Some of those arts, they look like they're special illustration rares, but they're just like a normal GX. And you got to be careful. You really have to know what you're looking at when it comes to that stuff. NEX, not too bad. Marnie, got the Grimmsnarl. If you're ever at a card show or you're flipping through your friend's binder, always do a price check. Always do a price check for you and them, right? You wanna make sure that everything's in order. Gone are the playground days of like, hey, I'm gonna trade you my shiny card for your shiny card, right? Like, that's how we did things. That's kind of how we did things way before. Actually, how we did things too, if you really got into it, is you'd have a little book, and your book would tell you the price of the cards. But the thing is those books were only published like what, quarterly at best, and prices they changed. It was just a different era. But also, truthfully, things weren't thought about for value. Like, it's a different time. The value thing is more of a new thing. People speculated, but Beanie Babies, these were around at the same time as Beanie Babies. I love this Pichu. I love that Tyranitar too. Like those were too cool. Persian, that looks pretty cool too. These great artworks. These are some great artworks. I'm trying to think when I really realized the value, like there could be value in this stuff. Well, luckily for me, my dad, he wanted me to know that this stuff needed to stay in good condition. So I was never a kid who put their cards in the pocket. My stuff was always in. Ooh, our next illustration rare. That green is really nice. I like how they have just like that two solid, like the solid black with the solid green. They do a great job. They're just doing a great job with Pokemon for our other hit. If you're just getting into this, Scarlet and Violet was not well received for the beginning of it existing. Like, it took a little while for people to start to like these cards, or at least assign a value to them, because for a while there was much more supply than there was demand. We saw what happened with that. The reverse on the Team Rocket's Great Ball. That's a cool card. And the Greedent. Going through our box right now. Did I get a $240 Garchomp? I don't know about all that. Definitely take a Mewtwo. I like the gold Mewtwo. I like the full art Mewtwo. I think both arts are really cool. I'm a Mewtwo fan. Growing up, Mewtwo is the GOAT. Still the GOAT to me. The Greedent again. And a Gorbis. This just seems random to have. And why? I'm coming back to this. Why do they have the shells on the Gorbis? Because you get Hunt Tail, or you get this. I've got, who is this? Someone out there has this as their favorite Pokemon, and then I have even more questions. I'm not passing judgment. We don't favorite shame around these parts. We don't favorite shame. No. What is the most sus Pokemon to have as your favorite? Like, if someone says, "Oh, that's my favorite Pokemon," like, is there a line where they're clearly just trying to, "Oh, I like the Marie." I always love this guy. Gen 2 is it's great. There's a lot of great generations of Pokemon. Obviously, Gen 1 with Zapdos. Gen 3, like, if you weren't around for the puzzles for the Reggies, so the Reggies, it was kind of a secret, like how you would get the Reggies with the Braille and having to walk around the room, and it's like, you know, they found a way to make legends feel like legends. There was a myth to it. You'd be at the playground and there were rumors on how you get this stuff, and someone would show you the strategy guide, and you know, you kind of figure it out that way. But that's why Mew is my collector card. That's why I have such a deep graded Mew collection, is because Mew is what I think embodies a special time in the world where I don't know if we can ever have something like that again. We can just immediately go to the internet to do research and try and debunk something. Way back in the day, when you saw that truck, there was in case you don't know what I'm talking about, there was essentially, you had to faint after you got an HM from Gary. Are there HMs even in games anymore? I think I heard that they don't do HMs anymore in games. But yeah, you'd have to faint after, a little doggo friend. exploding off of the card because you were on the ship called the SS Anne, and normally once you complete it, the ship sails away and you cannot access the area any longer in the game. But if you faint after your battle where you get the HM, it's kind of like a workaround glitch. And if you use surf, you could Blaziken's blasting off. If you use surf, you could access this area that was never meant to be accessed, and there was a truck. There's always a rumor that like Mew was hidden underneath the truck. And here's another thing, we didn't even know Mew existed. Same thing, there was this thing called Pika Blue, which turned out to be Meryl, and there was Togepi. And don't even get me started on when we saw Donphan at the beginning of the movie. Like the for Pikachu, was it Pikachu's Vacation, or am I confusing? Or was that the beginning of the Pokemon movie? My brain. And then there's all the lore of Mewtwo's backstory being cut from the US edit of the Pokemon movie, where it shows Mewtwo's devastating grow up, or I don't know. I've tried to see the translated version before. Whoa, more foot action, just blasting through. What's it with all these paws and feet just jumping out of the card? What am I even talking about today? Are you supposed to be talking about this set? I'm really just rambling. I just don't like to say the name. Like I think that if you say the name of every single card over 36 packs, it just becomes a little bit of a lot. But I could try it for one pack. Maybe that would work out well. I'll try it on the next one. I don't want to embarrass myself and get them all wrong, because on some of these newer Pokemon, I don't know them. Like I said, I haven't played the newer games. The last games I played through were Sun and Moon. And then I didn't play through Sword and Shield, and I haven't played through Scarlet and Violet. I've kept up with some of the Pokemon. Here I am not saying the names. Am I dodging it? No. Whoa, cool. I want to get that Nidoking. The Nidoking's sick in this set too. I mean, okay. And I didn't specify either. This is so cool. Like, this is awesome art. Wow, that was really funny. Maybe I'm psychic. I want to get the Mewtwo art. Yeah, the art. I really want to get the Mewtwo art. Is that how this works? Do you what is a premonition? Have a premonition of what you're gonna hit? Because that's not too bad. Another Blaziken. But let's do the normal drill. Let me know your chase card in this set. Let me know if you think this one lived up to the hype. It was very hard for this set to live up to the hype of when it first was being talked about. Hearing that we were gonna get another Team Rocket set just sent people into a frenzy, especially if they had nostalgia towards the original Team Rocket or Rocket's Return, which was printed at a notoriously not popular time in Pokemon's history, especially in the trading card game. And you'll find that a lot of the Gold Star era, the EX era originally, there was just some low points in Pokemon's history. And it's amazing the recovery that we've seen in the interest that people got back. Whoa, that Typhlosion's hot. That is cool. Wow. Am I just getting the good ones, or are they all this hot? I need to look back at the spoilers, because this is fire. This is so cool. Oh, look at that Articuno. Look at that Articuno. That is cool. No complaints on the hits that we're getting. Like, the hits that we're getting are cool Pokemon. Really cool Pokemon. Great, fantastic artworks. And like I said, I like that they're doing the trainers again. But what was I saying? Oh, living up to the hype. Super tough for it to live up to the hype. So I feel like almost the more time people have to speculate and think like, oh, this could be in the set, or they might do this, or it might have this, it starts to build up these expectations of what there should be. And if it falls short, the more time you have to speculate over that, the more time it has to just fall short, which is a really tough situation to be in. How many packs do we have left? That many. That's how many packs we have left. This is a great set. I like this one. This is a fun set. I don't know how it could ever live up to the hype of the old stuff for the people who are nostalgic for it. For the people who are new, do you even care about Team Rocket? Were you part of a generation that Team Rocket was a part of? I don't know. I don't know the answers to those things. The Moltres is there though. That Moltres is cool. It's just the base EX, but still. Hit rate seems to be pretty decent, pretty on brand with what we had seen. Like, I want to say like Paradox Rift forward, you know. Hit rates got tough. Early Scarlet and Violet was much easier. I mean, Obsidian Flames, you could easily master set that by just cracking packs yourself. But then they tightened print runs. And then what else did they tightened print runs. They made hit rates more difficult. And then there became a greater interest in Pokemon and just became the recipe for success, but also disaster, because obviously we can't get our hands on anything now. If I haven't mentioned this yet, my name's Chris. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to some random dude from the internet talk about a lot of topics in no coherent fashion. It's really just ramble as we're looking through these artworks, hunting down hopefully maybe a special illustration rare. If you would be so oh, I love this art. How nice is that? That's a great artwork. How many times am I gonna say that this video? I just gotta. They put up in this set. It looks good. It looks great. Nah. if Pokerev's got Mr. Mime, that might be mine. I don't think that Pokemon's gonna be nearly as common as Mr. Mime. I don't think they reprint that Pokemon that often, but if it decides to sneak up in a booster pack, I think that might be my pet hater card. I don't want to hate on it. It's a weird Pokemon. Whoa, this looks like olives. I have such a dislike for olives. There's very few foods I don't like. Olives are one of them. 4 booster packs left. We've hit 2 full arts, and they're both heaters. Both the full arts that we hit were heaters. Oh, that Garchomp. That's definitely gonna be. I don't know if I can. I mean, the No King's cool, but that Garchomp's a totally different level. It looks like a special illustration rare. It's so hot. It's just too hot. And a full art trainer. We're great. Yeah, this is a nice box. I'd say the hits are hitting in this box. A gold card. Gold card would be really nice. I'd like that. Just a little cherry on top. What are the chances that in the last 3 packs we're able to do it? The SIR. I mean, I don't know if we're beating our 240 price point, but these cards have been nice, and I really do like what they did. That is, I've never seen Hadrapple actually look cool, and I've got a lot of trauma from Evolving Skies, so we're actually gonna get out there. It all slowly came back to me. all like the Appleton and Appletons and things like that I was cracking from Evolving Skies. Every time. Oh, just don't get me started. The Houndour. Is there a sick Houndoom art in this set? That'd be cool to know. For hit, Zeraora. All right, our last Destined Rivals booster. We've got the price on the screen there. Were we able to do it? Is the question. Were we able to do it? Were we able to beat the box price? I don't think we came close. And this should serve as a reminder that when you crack packs, you should not be doing it to try and make money. The odds are so stacked against you. Please do it because you get an entertainment value out of it. You have a little fun. Maybe you can share it with someone else. Do something like that. But here we go. We're going to try and make the impossible happen. Let me know what you think of this box, too. Let me know what you think of the box after you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really do appreciate it. For our last hit of the video, can we do some magic? Hit! Typhlosion. Hey, I think we did okay without getting SI. Hey, there we go. What did we talk about in this video? I'm not sure. I really actually don't know at all what I was talking about in this video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to find out when I edit this. Overall, really great set. in terms of artwork. I think Pokemon's still on the right path. Pokemon's in a great era right now, and I think we'll look back at this time period, and once all the dust has settled from product being difficult to get a hold of, I do have confidence that there will be a time where we will have access to these cards, and we'll see who actually really likes them at that point, won't we? Another thing I'll add too is I think it is a little bit of a testament how excited I got over some of the arts and my appreciation without realizing that they were best in class from the set. Like that the Garchomp actually was the special illustration rare, and that the Typhlosion and the Lapras, that the community sentiment was the same of just my impression of what I was seeing. Sometimes I think as a collector, we can not know if we're fooling ourselves into liking a card because there's a monetary value behind it. And it's a tricky space. It kind of goes back into the conversation that I was having about when we were kids and we would get those books that come out like quarterly and they'd have the prices in it. It was really funny opening up TCG Player and seeing that there were a lot of best in class hits that were happening, and I just didn't even realize it. So that's fun for me too. That can be fun. So I hope you enjoyed this. Anyway, back to what I was saying before I knew all of this. But until then, you know, we're gonna ride this out. We're gonna keep dabbling here or there. Let me know if you plan to get some Destined Rivals for yourself. Let me know how you think that box was, and if you like the artworks that I was hitting, or if there's something different that you were looking for. Let me know that in the comments. So until the next one, my name's Chris. Please stay safe. Much love to you. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.